YB stays on your neck.
Stays on my neck.
So does that completely take off the table, the fights against someone like Dillian Whyte or even Anthony Joshua in the future?
Yes.
That sucks.
Not really. They're both bums anyway. One's a moving heavy bag. Dillian Whyte's a bitch. And when I see you, you've got to fight me anyway, pussy. He keeps going on about fighting this and calling me a coward and whatever. Let's see who's a coward. We'll see who's a coward. I'm no coward. You're a house. I put it on you in a boxing gym and you eat yourself. Yeah? So we'll see who's a coward and who ain't. Dillian Whyte is a heavy bag on legs. I punched his head in for him plenty of times in the gym. And hopefully I'll get the opportunity to do it in the ring.
Yo my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. Now this dude, Tyson, yes, Dillian Whyte, I'll punch your content, yes, Dillian Whyte, he's a German sweeper. Tyson Fury, you already know my opinion on him in general, but it's what really irritates me about the media. This Michelle Blowy Phelps sits there giggling, laughing, and what annoys me is Dillian Whyte will do an interview with her, and she'll be giggling and laughing. They're like little weasels. They've got no sense of moral direction. For me, when Tyson Fury is sitting there saying, yes, Dillian Whyte, I'll punch his content in the ring. Yes, I'll fight him. I want to fight him soon. I would have said to him, wait a minute, Fury. You just said you want to punch this in, punch that in. You want to fight him soon. He's a gym sweeper. So why, when the WBC arguably gave you an opportunity to fight for their premier belt in the diamond belt, which you, by the way, requested, just to get it straight, Dillian Whyte didn't come along and say, you know what, if you give me the WBC diamond belt, I'll fight Fury. No. You came on social media, international media platform, and said, I will fight Dillian Whyte for the WBC diamond belt. You got offered that belt, and then you ducked the fight, and then 2 weeks later now you're in an interview, and you're saying, I want to punch, yes, Dillian Whyte, I'll punch his content for him, yes, I'll fill him in, gym sweeper. That's the media's job. Her job was to pull Fury and say, wait there a minute, you gotta explain what you're saying here. Either you're going to punch it in or you're not. And the real answer is you're not. Because as I showed you the video, you got all the Fury fans salty. You got all the Fury fans stewing 10 out of 10 on a long stewing session. I put the video up. I've got my inside sources. My inside sources sent me the sparring footage. Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. And Fury got laid flat. You heard it from Dylan, you've seen it from the YB. Fury's got laid flat, and it's funny. People are trying to tell me, oh yeah, YB, you're having a laugh, YB, that's not the footage. Listen to Fury when he throws the left hook. He goes, You tell me, who is it then? Oh, there must be another 6'9" gypsy who goes, when he throws his shots then. Oh yeah, there must be another 6'9" bald man with a gypsy dialect who lays on the floor and goes, That particular, it's not even just Asgardian dialect. That there is a gypsy Asgardian dialect, a very particular dialect. It's a mixture. I'm obviously British and half Jamaican. I've got a particular dialect as well. That's the way it goes. You heard him on the floor. Dillian Whyte made him hit the put him flat. And you hear him with the left hook. Dillian Whyte laid him flat. And the same way, Tyson Fury don't dare get in there with Anthony Joshua again, because Joshua did him a similar way. Do you understand that? It makes sense to me now. I actually see the full picture, because before I can never understand. And in a way, I gotta give it to you Fury fans. In a way, you Fury fans did stump me for a while, because you'd sit there and say, YB, how can Fury be scared of AJ and Dillian Whyte? How can they be scared of AJ and Dillian Whyte when he's got in there with Wilder? And like I said, For a while I was stumped. I thought, that's a good question. But now we know. We know why he won't get in there with Dillian Whyte and AJ. Because Dillian Whyte did him worse. In sparring, 10-ounce glove, 16-ounce gloves on, laid him flat on his back. He threw left hook, and then got laid. That's it. Got laid with his leaky shoulder roll. And that's why he won't get in there with Dillian Whyte. We've heard it from him. Anthony Joshua, he filled me in. He worked me. Yes, top amateur. Yes, top fighting man. Christian man. Good man. All this business. You've heard it from Fury. He's told you why he won't go in there with AJ. He's told you why he won't go in there with Dillian Whyte. We've seen why he won't go in there with Dillian Whyte. And I've heard from my sources, you better watch out. My sources are about to drop the AJ sparring video from 2011 as well. That's what's coming up next. So it's one of them ones there. Simple. Listen, Pillow Fist Fury, don't want them issues on a public stage again. Yeah? Unfortunately, to the YB's deep investigative journalism tactics and skills, you've already seen Dillian Whyte footage. You're about to see the AJ footage. Facts. 100%, no doubt. It's there in front of you. Now, we can all go back and forth on what's... Oh, yes. YB, there's another 6'9", bold, gypsy dude. We can all argue all these different particulars if you want, but the facts are the facts. Fury got laid flat on his back by Dillian Whyte in sparring. Yeah? That's that. 100%. 1,000,000% Dillian Whyte. And people say, oh yeah, that's not him. Dillian Whyte's bigger than that. Fury's bigger than that. Then proportions look correct to me. We know Dillian Whyte's 6'3" and Fury is 6'9". Looks perfect to me. And also, that footage is of about 5 years ago. Go and look at Dillian Whyte 5 years ago. He wasn't 260 pounds. He was lean back then. He wasn't living the good life. He was living that hungry broke life where you're skinny and in shape. Go and look at the pictures. Dillian Whyte used to be ripped. He used to have a proper six-pack. Now he's got puffy and he's got fluffy and smooth. That's the facts of the situation. In fact, I'll put it on your screen now. This is what Dillian Whyte used to look like. Lean, in shape. So don't try to tell me that's not Dillian Whyte. That is Dillian Whyte 100%. Listen to the left hook Fury throws. You tell me that's not Fury. Or are you telling me, oh, it's all coincidences? Oh yeah, there's another bold. Oh yeah, there's another 6'9". Oh yeah, there's another gypsy sounding dude. Oh yeah, there's another dude who's in Peter Fury's gym. Go and look at Peter Fury's old gym. That's Peter Fury's gym. 100%. My inside, valuable, verified, exclusive sources have confirmed it. It's been confirmed. The AJ one's in the post. On the way. No doubt. 100%. Anyway, this Fury dude, someone's got to do it. I don't see no one else doing this expose business. People keep saying, oh, why'd you keep doing the same videos? Someone's got to do it, people. And on that subject as well, I only react to what's out there in the media. So every time you say, oh, well, YB, why are you doing the same videos for? The same videos are getting done because Fury is saying the same things. So every time he talks a whole load of crap, why are people coming at me for saying, oh, your videos are the same? Tell Fury to stop saying the same things, chatting the same lies for. Tell Fury to accept a big fight, and I'll give him his props. I already told you. If Fury fights someone like even Jarrell Pig Babe Miller. Now, Jarrell Pig Babe Miller don't have no power, but I'll give Fury respect for fighting him. All I want to see is a good top 5 dude for Fury. Bearing in mind, he's meant to be the Lineal champion as well, by the way. Lineal champions, in reality, should only be fighting top 2 opponents, if we're honest with ourselves. That's how Lineal works. Lineal works where, to maintain the lineage, you have to fight the best person again and again and again. Otherwise, you're not Lineal champion. Lineal champions, by nature, can't win the lineage and then never fight the top people again. That makes no sense. To maintain the lineage, you must be fighting the top people every time. Otherwise, it brings your lineage into dispute. As an example, when AJ was unified champion, Fury's claim to the lineage was invalid because Fury was fighting bums and didn't want to unify with AJ as such. It invalidated his claim, and that's the problem now. Fury's talking about his belt, but he's not backing it up. If you're a true Lineal champion, you fight the best time and time again. That's how you build a true lineage. Not, oh, I'm going to make out I've got a title, but I don't want to fight no one. Yeah? 100%. Fury's shook. He doesn't want problems with anyone. He's got confidence issues. I feel sorry for him in a way, because It must not be a nice position. I've heard from people inside Fury's camp that Fury's been questioning himself a lot recently. He's been saying to himself, why is it, I'm a heavyweight, I've got a big mouth, I've got skills, why is it every other heavyweight in the division, big or small, high ranked or unranked, why is it everyone wants a piece of me? Why is no one scared of me? And that's why they brought Tom Schwartz in. They brought in a stiff who they knew would just fall over. They had to try and get him some confidence. He's been questioning himself, saying to himself, why is it Dillian Whyte is begging to get over me? Why is it AJ's begging to get on top of me? Why is it Deontay Wilder's chomping at the bit to get a piece of me? Why is it Jarrell Pig Baby Miller wants a piece? Why is it even Tom Schwartz, the great quitter, wants a piece of me? Why is it? What is it about me? What haven't I got? Why am I inadequate? Why can't I put the fear into anyone? And these are the questions that have been going through his mind, unfortunately. I do feel, so on that note, I do feel a bit sorry for him. Then obviously, we've got all the amateur sparring videos coming out of him getting knocked out. Left hook. You've heard it on the screen, it's there. It's factual stuff. So anyway, I do actually appreciate now why Fury has to talk, because he can't do it physically in the ring. That's what it comes down to, because if he really believed he could fill Dillian Whyte in, he would have took that fight. He would have took the fight he asked for. And that's what I don't get with Fury fans. Listen, if I hear Dillian Whyte make demands, as an example, a perfect example in fact, when Dillian Whyte was saying to AJ, or when Dillian Whyte was complaining about not getting a title shot, and AJ offered him record payday 2 times over, and chance to fight for 3 belts, I criticised Dillian Whyte and said, how can you want a fight when you're offered record payday, the opportunity to fight for record belts? Bearing in mind, when AJ had no belts, guess what he did? He paid Charles Martin the lion's share. That's how it works when you haven't got no belts. You're meant to want the opportunity. Dillian Whyte got that shot. He didn't take it. So when people don't do the right things, or when people contradict themselves, they get called out. Fury, unfortunately for Fury, because everyone wants a piece of him, because he smells sweet to everyone, because he's vulnerable, because he's sweet smelling, because he has no power, everyone wants a piece of him. And he's in a deep dark place at the moment, I've heard. Because he can't see a way out. Everywhere he looks, someone is chomping at the bit. Is chomping at the bit to get hold of him. But the only way, unfortunately, Fury, when you find yourself on your back and surrounded by wolves, you've just got to fight your way out on this one. I can only imagine the confidence you're lacking at the moment, knowing that Dillian Whyte Polak's you and AJ Polak's you in sparring. But it's one of them things there where you've just got to get on with it. You talk about being, yes, I'll fight him on the cobbles. Yes, yes. Dillian Whyte, I'll fight him. He's a dream sweeper. You talk about that stuff. Go in the ring and show us it. Show us how Dillian Whyte is a gym sweeper. Show us how AJ is stiff. At the moment, all we've heard for 5 years is all this business. Even Wilder. Look at the Wilder situation. You talked about how you was going to knock Wilder out. You got in there and you got your consciousness stolen clean out of your head. I know you Fury fans you'll be stewing at me saying that. You'll be completely stewing at the thought of it. But it's true. Deontay Wilder punched the consciousness clean out of his head. Now, you can all sit there, we can debate, oh, well, he got back up. Yeah, but nonetheless, his consciousness left his head. That's the facts. Can the same be said for Wilder? No. Can the same be said for AJ? No. People try and compare it. Oh, well, AJ got put down. AJ's consciousness remained between his 2 ears. The same cannot be said, and the same cannot be said for Fury. That's the truth of it. Fury, stop talking a big game, get in there and crack on. Start doing the stuff you talk about. That's my only issue with him. Take a top 5 fight, and that's all we're asking for. Stop lying. Stop saying you'll do things and then getting it put on you. Dillian Whyte stuck it on you and you're jacked again. Just like in the sparring session.